What's up, everyone? Welcome into Dodger Heads presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, and I have got some exciting news for you. The Dodgers have made a trade. The Dodgers have added to their bullpen. We got some breaking news Wednesday night as the Dodgers made a trade for a reliever from the Milwaukee Brewers. Okay, not that reliever you're probably thinking of, and well, not that reliever either. But the Dodgers do add Corey Knebel from the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, that might be a name that doesn't get you fired up right away, but I think when you dig in a little bit, you're going to like what you hear. Now, it was announced that he was going to be non-tendered by the Brewers. The Dodgers swept in, were able to swing a deal in exchange for either cash or a player to be named later. And so the question is, what exactly are the Dodgers getting in a guy that Baseball Reference says is nicknamed Bird Dog? Now, whether that's a real nickname, who knows, but shout out to Baseball Reference for that. The answer is in classic Andrew Friedman fashion, they're getting a buy low asset. In 2017, Knebel put together one of the best seasons from a relief pitcher we've seen of late. Among pitchers with 70 innings pitched, he was third in ERA with a 1.78 ERA in 76 appearances, fourth in FIP, fourth in saves, converting 39 of 45 opportunities. But listen to this. He had the highest strikeout per nine rating with 14.92. That was more than 2 strikeouts per nine higher than second in all of baseball. He had the best strand rate with a 91.9% left on base percentage and the highest strikeout percentage, striking out 41% of batters he faced. 2018, he follows up with another strong season, although not quite to that level. A strikeout rate that was similar, still 14.31, but his ERA bumped up to 3.58. The FIP followed a little bit, still a respectable 3.03, so it says he probably got a little unlucky with the ERA that he had. So that leads you to ask, why in the world would the Brewers non-tender a guy with that number, with those numbers at this point? Well, two things. First, control is an issue. This is a guy in 2017. He had the 4th worst walk rate in all of baseball. It did get better in 2018, but it did get worse in 2020. So you might be thinking, 2017, 2018, 2020, are we missing something? Well, yeah. Corey Knebel missed all of 2019 after having Tommy John surgery. He entered spring training as the favorite to be the closer in Milwaukee, even over Josh Hader, but he injured his elbow in spring training, was wiped out for the year, and was only able to return for 2020 because of the delayed start. Wasn't expected to be ready. And in 2020, the results weren't pretty. 6.08 ERA in 13 and a third innings. Strikeout rate was down around 10. Walk rate was up to 5.5. And the reason I think is because of his fastball. If you look at what happened with his fastball, that seems to line up with a lot of things. We've mentioned before on this show, Andrew Friedman has talked about wanting to diversify the bullpen, different pitches, different angles, that kind of thing. Well, Knebel's a four-seam guy, which is something the Dodgers could use in the bullpen. But in 2020, the issue that led to the increased ERA was probably a decrease in velocity and causing him to throw his fastball a lot less. Typically, he throws his fastball more than 70% of the time. That was in 2017, 2018. That number dropped to just over 60% this past year. And again, it's because of velocity. In 2017, the four-seamer was 97.3 miles an hour, down to 96.9 in 2018. 2020, 94.3. So a full 3 miles an hour less than it was in 2017. And as a result, batting average against the pitch doubled, the whiff percent down from 34% to 20%. So what do we make of all this? What do we make of the acquisition of Corey Knebel? For me, I love it. It's a trade that doesn't cost the Dodgers much. Most people aren't expecting the player to be named later or the cash to be anything of significance. This is just simply the Brewers getting something for a guy that they were going to let walk. The reason they were going to let him walk, he's projected to make a decent chunk of change in arbitration, his final arbitration year, around $5 million according to MLB trade rumors. And when you compare that to the deal that Trevor May just got with the Mets, May is probably a safer bet as far as a pitcher goes, but you can tell there's a significant salary difference of a few million bucks between the two. And so is Corey Knebel a sure thing? Of course not. But the thing I like about this, if you're the Dodgers, is the Dodgers don't need more middle relievers, if you will. They need guys who are elite. They need guys who have done it before and who have been there before. And that's what Knebel is. Now, is he going to be able to reclaim 2017 form? I don't know. But you look at 2020, yes, he struggled, but there's reasons to understand why. He was coming off Tommy John surgery, the weird offseason, the weird whatever it might be. If you can reclaim, if you can give him a full offseason to get healthy, to get his body and his arm where he wants it to be, then awesome. You get an elite type reliever that the Dodgers are looking for. And if not, it's a few million bucks. He's a free agent at the end of the season, and it's a low risk move all the way. So for a guy who just turned 29 last week, Uh, I'm impressed. I mean, you could even look at what happened in 2020. His last string of appearances were pretty good. 7 2/3 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts over his last 5 or 6 appearances. So that was after battling a little bit of a hamstring issue as well. So there's a lot to like here. Is this a sure thing? Should you pencil him into the closer role? Of course not. Are the Dodgers done making moves in the bullpen? I would guess no, but this is a guy that if he can even get to 90% of what he was in 2017, we're talking about probably the best arm the Dodgers have in the bullpen. And who knows? Maybe you get a little bit more. The Dodger pitching coaches get around him and improve. So I like the move for Corey Knebel. Again, cost-wise and financially, it's a little bit, but prospect-wise, it's basically nothing. I think this is a low-risk move for the Dodgers. So again, the Dodgers make a trade. Corey Knebel, who is going to be non-tendered by the Milwaukee Brewers, picked up in a acquisition by the Dodgers today. So good news for Dodger fans. Well, that's going to do it. We appreciate you checking us out. As always, follow us at Dodger Blue 1958 on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out at DodgerBlue.com. And on YouTube, make sure you click the notification bell so that videos like this, when breaking news comes about, you get our videos right in your feed. So we appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon.